What's up people, King James here and you're welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be sharing the testimony with you of the first time I ever heard the audible voice of God. Mad. I know. The testimony is a roller coaster. It's one of the most impressionable and powerful testimonies of my life where God let me know that He was real. I believe God allowed me to go through that experience, not just for me to pass my final year thesis. I got an A and that was amazing. But beyond that, it left a mark on me. It imprinted something on me that nobody can take off. And this was one of the experiences I had that made my faith my own. So in 2016, I was in final year. I wasn't one of those guys that was very ambitious like with my academics, but it wasn't always like that. In primary school, I was very ambitious. I used to come like first top 3, you know, in a good amount of my classes. I think maybe most of my primary school, to be honest, I was coming like top 3. I remember the time that I came 4th, I wept because I was trying so hard to get back into, you know, top 3. So that's like kind of how my primary school went. But by the time I entered secondary school, I realized that I was in school with other people that used to come first 3 in their own schools, and I wasn't all that. So by the time I came like 19th, I worked harder, I came like 14th, worked harder, I came like 12th. I was like, you know what, I gave up on the top 3 thing. I just wanted to pass. So that was my disposition from like secondary school till uni. So I'm in final year of uni. Lecturer comes into class and she's like, you guys are about to start your final year thesis. So this is how it's going to be. You guys will pick 3 dissertation topics and submit 3 of them. After you submit 3 of them, we will pick the one that you will do. After we pick the one that you will do, we'll assign you a supervisor and you begin your thesis from there. When this woman was explaining this thing, I can never forget this day in my life. I was sitting close to the window. I was sitting alone. No one in front of me. Apparently no one behind me, because you'll find out why I knew that. But I was sitting close to the window, and I remember as she was speaking, telling us that we were going to choose our topics, I heard the words, consider agriculture. Till this day, and I'm so happy that I'm telling this story so that I can have it as like a documentation of it. I'm sure I wrote it in one of my journals or something like that, but I heard consider agriculture. This thing was so loud. It was so loud that I turned around to check like who said that to me. I thought the person was behind me. So I turned and I checked and I didn't see anyone behind me. I said there was no one on the bench that I was on. There was no one in front of me. But I know that I heard consider agriculture. Mind you, at this point in time in my life, I wasn't really on my faith walk with the Lord. From like secondary school up until my master's degree, I was kind of just coasting, you know. I wouldn't say necessarily rebelling, but like I just wasn't on it. Like I was just doing me, really, just being a normal guy. Football was like the most important thing in my life, you know, to me at the time. Like I just was a normal, regular guy. Wasn't actively following the Lord like that. So I hear consider agriculture and I write it in my notes. I write it in the book I have with me in class. I am freaking out because I know what I heard, but I don't know, I can't see who said it to me, you know. And obviously because of my upbringing, I had a sense that, was that God? You know, I had a sense that it could be God. And I know in my heart, I just made up my mind that I was going to test this thing and see. Let me see whether I heard what I heard. So what I did was I looked for 2 topics that I would have liked to do. I googled, just searched, you know, topics that because I studied banking and finance, so I looked up finance related, you know, topics, dissertation topics. Out of the ones I was seeing, I picked like 2 that I felt, you know, I would do well. And then for the 3rd one, I just looked up like agricultural, I can't remember what I searched on Google, but just like agricultural, finance related topics, something like that, you know. And because I wasn't interested in doing that topic, I just picked anything, you know, that I saw. and I put it as a third one, and then I submitted the 3 topics. So a couple weeks later, they get back to us, and best believe they picked the agriculture topic that I picked. I'm like, okay, mad. Okay, I don't know why this is happening to me or where this is going, but I'm just going to follow these breadcrumbs as they, come. One day, I go to the school library. In the school library, we had like a section of the library that was dedicated to just dissertation topics. So usually final year students would go to that part of the library. That's where you would find them, because everybody was looking for like topics that they could reference, in their own dissertation topic. So I'm in that part of the library. I'm looking for anything that can help me, do my dissertation and just do it well. And then as I am going through the finance dissertations, like the finance section, and I'm going through the dissertations that are there, I'm pulling out books, and when I pull out a book, I'm seeing like the topic that's on it. So I pull out one, I'm seeing it. I pull out another one, I see the topic. Then I pull out this one. I can't explain this to you guys. I don't know how else to explain it except I knew. Like, I pulled out that dissertation and then I shoved it back in so quickly, because the second I looked at it, I can't explain it, but I knew that was my topic. I don't know how to explain it. Immediately I pulled out the book and I saw the topic, I pushed it back with a vengeance, because one, I knew that was my topic, but I'd already picked a topic. Like, I came to the library to look for something that would help me do the topic I was already on, and I didn't want to start changing my topic. So I pushed that one back inside and acted as if I didn't see it. But when I pulled out that book, I tell you the truth, I lie not. I knew somehow in my spirit, I can say that now, but then it was freaking me out, because I didn't know how I was knowing these things. But I knew that was my topic. But because I didn't want to change my topic from what I'd already started, I just acted like I didn't see it, and then I went on to find something that I felt would help me with the topic I was already doing. Fast forward a couple weeks, I'm back home. I'm trying to find data to do the analysis part of my thesis, and I'm struggling, man. I go to this like financial institution to try and get data, see if they have anything that can help me. They gave me things I couldn't use. It was just hard, man. So I get back to school, and I meet my project supervisor, and she's like, Mojiko, what are we going to do about this? Your thesis, you're struggling, yada yada yada. And even me, I'm stumped. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to move forward with this thing, because I can't find data that will help me, move forward with this thesis. It's just being difficult at this point. We're stuck. I leave her office, then one random day like this, she sends for me. So somebody else tells me that like my supervisor is calling me, and I go to her office, and then she tells me, Jacob, you won't believe it, I have found your dissertation topic. Guys, immediately she said that to me, I knew that she was going to pull out that book that I saw in the library. As she just reached under her desk and did like this, I was just like, yeah. She pulled out that dissertation that I pushed back in. I couldn't understand what the heck is going on. Like, what is happening right now? As she's telling me, oh, this is going to be the perfect topic for you. Don't worry, I know how we're going to do this. I'm just looking, and I'm like, I could have just... This is the book that I saw in the like. So I changed my topic, or she changes my topic to that one. I start this new dissertation topic, scrap the old one. It's going well, it's going okay, I'm doing it. Then I get to this analysis part of the dissertation again. And now my problem isn't data per se, is that I don't know how I'm going to go about it. I don't know how I'm going to go about my analysis. So I'm like just wondering, like, oh God, how am I going to do this? I'm looking for anything that I can like reference to do this analysis part of my thesis. I'm panicking about this project because I've started a new topic. Like when people are in like their chapter 3, 4, I'm starting a new topic. So like, I need to be fast about this thing, So I remember after spending so many hours of downloading things that were useless to me, I just look up and I pray. I just ask God, like, God, please, can you help me finish this thesis? Like, help me please to finish this thesis. And I don't think I prayed anything long. I didn't pray long. I didn't even say a lot. I just know that I looked up tired and I just asked God to help me finish my thesis. And guys, the next file that I downloaded was my exact project topic for a different year period. So let's say my thesis was an analysis of so from 2001 to 2010. I downloaded the exact same thesis for a different year period. So it was just maybe 1990 something to 1990 something. When I say that thesis became my Bible, that file that I downloaded, that's what I used to finish that's what I used to finish my thesis. It was crazy. That's what I used to finish my project. Like, I didn't have to do anything again after that. Apart from apply what this person did to the time period that I was studying. That was literally all I had to do. I finished it, submitted it. My supervisor was happy. She loved it. And I got an A. Another part that I forgot to add to this story is that supervisor that I had, she literally started working in my school when we were about to start our dissertations. So she came to the school. She was this OG in I don't know what industry it was, but in finance she was very respectable. I can't remember her name, but like I just remember people like being worried about her, because when she came, everybody was like, oh, this woman from this so sector is coming and she's going to start lecturing us. I'm sure the woman is going to be difficult, because you know, when somebody is coming as an expert in like a particular field, they are going to expect us to know the things that they used like 50 years of their experience to learn. They want us to know it, you know. So that's what people were expecting from her. So when they picked like my topic and assigned me to her, everybody was panicking for me. Everybody was worried, like, oh, Jacob, they gave you this new woman, and you are her first. You guys are going to be her first set of supervisees and all of that. I pray the woman doesn't care. Nothing like that. The woman loved me. She called me my son. Probably from the first day I entered her office. The woman loved me. The woman was such a mom. Such a mom. I say when we were stuck in my thesis, she went to look for another topic for me to do. She herself. Thinking about it now, that means she even probably went to that part of the library to look through topics that I could do, and she saw that one and picked that one as well. But like I said, more than it being a testimony of how I aced my final year dissertation, is a testimony of how God made me know without a shadow of doubt. At least one of the ways that God helped me know that He is real like mad. Like God is real. God is hella real. Because nobody can make me feel less about this testimony. Nobody can make me. I know what I experienced. I said, I heard audibly, consider agriculture. They pick the agriculture topic for me. I see my dissertation topic, like I pick the book and I know it's my topic. I don't know how I know, but I know that I know. We scrap my previous dissertation topic, and then my supervisor picks this topic that I saw and knew. She picks it for me. I pray and ask God help me finish this dissertation. The next file I download is my literal thesis for a different time period. The A is the list of the testimonies within this testimony. Yeah, God is real, guys. If you didn't know, please know now. And then if you're looking for like the minor testimonies, you need help in your thesis, at least this tells you that God is able to help you. You know, if you're in school, you're trying to finish your project, you're struggling, or you're in school and you're just trying to like even pass a course, you know, let this testimony encourage you, so that God is able to help you do that, you know, divinely. He's able to direct your steps, direct your path into exactly what you're supposed to do. And if you need more than that, you know, you're struggling in your faith, you don't know whether God is real or not, you're agnostic, whatever the case may be. If you've stumbled on this video, God can speak to you. I wasn't looking for Him to speak to me, and He did. You know, so yeah, let this be an encouragement to you that God is real, God is there, He's watching over us, He wants us to know Him, and that God is even willing to enter into the most seemingly trivial areas of our lives, situations in our lives, just to let us know that He's there.